A lot of people ask us, why would you remove an existing solar system if it's still working? And honestly, it's a fair question. Because the goal is not to rip off solar just for the sake of it. The goal is to make sure the customer ends up with the best long-term outcome. Sometimes that means keeping the old system. But quite often, it actually makes more sense to remove it and replace it with a completely new solar or solar and battery system. Now first up, let's be clear. Hey, I'm Brad. An older solar system is not automatically a bad system. A lot of them still work. But still working and still being the best option are not the same thing. Technology has moved a long way in the last 5 to 10 years, and that matters a lot when you are trying to maximize roof space, performance, battery compatibility, backup capability, and long-term peace of mind. One of the biggest reasons we redesign systems is simple. Modern solar panels produce a lot more power in the same roof area. To give you an idea, a lot of panels from around 10 years ago were roughly in the 250 watt range. Today, high efficiency panels can be up around 475 watts per panel. So in many cases, on a very similar roof area, we can fit a system that produces dramatically more energy than the old one ever could. That is a massive difference. It is not just that the wattage number is bigger. The panel efficiency itself has improved substantially too. Older panels were often around the mid 15% efficiency range. Modern premium panels can now be pushing into the mid 20s. So you are getting far more energy production from every square metre of roof. And when roof space is limited, that matters. This is one of the biggest reasons replacement makes sense. Your roof is valuable real estate. If an older system is taking up a big section of roof with low output panels, it can actually hold the property back from achieving what is possible today. By removing that older system and redesigning properly, we can often unlock a much larger system size and a much better overall result. The other thing people forget is this. The home has often changed too. When a lot of old systems went on, customers did not have electric hot water, EV chargers, batteries, full electric heating and cooling plans to reduce grid reliance. So even if the old system matched the house back then, it often does not match the home's energy needs today. That is why redesign matters. Battery integration is another huge reason. A lot of older solar systems were never designed to work cleanly with modern battery systems. So when a customer says, I want backup power, battery storage, and something future ready, sometimes the best pathway is not trying to patch a battery onto old hardware. Sometimes the better move is to remove the legacy system and install one new integrated solar and battery setup that is designed to work together properly from day one. This is a really important one. A lot of people think if they have solar, they will still have power in a blackout. Most of the time, that is not true. Most standard grid-connected solar systems shut down when the grid goes down for safety reasons. So if a customer wants genuine backup capability, energy security, and smarter power control during outages, that often means a proper redesign using modern battery-capable equipment. That is a completely different outcome to a basic older solar-only system. Another major reason is peace of mind. When you replace an aging system, you are also resetting the warranties on the major equipment. That can be a big deal. Instead of relying on older panels and older inverter hardware that may already be well through their warranty life, the customer gets a fresh system, fresh support, and a cleaner long-term ownership experience. For a lot of people, that confidence matters just as much as the extra performance. There is also the technical side. Keeping old equipment and trying to build around it can sometimes leave you with a messy result. Old panels, new panels, mixed warranties, different monitoring platforms, compromised layouts, and more complexity long term. A full redesign often gives a cleaner, smarter, and more serviceable system. One system, one design, one monitoring platform, one long-term strategy. That is usually a much better customer outcome. At Forefront, we are not interested in replacing systems just to sell new gear. If an existing system still makes sense and gives the right outcome, we will tell you. But if removing the old system means more solar production, better use of your roof space, better battery integration, better blackout capability, new warranties, and a better long-term return, then that is the pathway we are going to recommend. Because the goal is not to protect old equipment. The goal is to design the right energy outcome for the customer today and for where they are headed next. If you have an older solar system and you are wondering whether it is worth keeping, upgrading, or replacing completely, that is exactly the sort of conversation we can help with. Because every roof is different, every home is different, and the right answer is not cookie cutter. It needs to be properly assessed, properly designed, and built around your long-term outcome. Reach out to forefrontservices.com.au.